Okay, hi everyone, and welcome back. So, for today's video, we're gonna do part 2 of the New Year's Terrarium. So yeah, since the last time you saw the video, a few things have changed. Basically nothing except for some of the foliage in the background, and then I've added a timer, which I'll go through all here in a second. And today's the day that we get to add some isopods to here. We're not adding springtails, or I'm not adding springtails, because one, I'm in Idaho, and it's going to take me another 2 months before it's warm enough to send them. And 2, I'm just going to wait on them, because again, it's going to take me forever to get the temperature to fit, so I can send them and not have them all die. So yeah, let's get into the short video. And I have actually a special surprise at the very end, so if you don't want to clip through and want to actually see how a bit on this, you should watch this. If not, you can just clip through to figure out what the special surprise is at the end. But yeah, let's get on to it. Okay, so I could just decide to go ahead and actually set up a tripod, but that doesn't seem fun, and I'm also too lazy. So, let me walk you through what happened here. So as you remember, this is the New Year's Terrarium, and the biggest thing was, besides just storing this thermometer on top, it's a mix of both a hygrometer and thermometer, if I can get it to focus, there you go, where I'm just checking the temperature and mostly the humidity, since these are very temperate animals. And then I just added a bunch of these different air plants, because again, I didn't want anything that needed a bunch of humidity, since I wasn't planning on having it be that high. So yeah, those are just scattered around. I've got them in all different places. They're all different types, and they fit very well. I would love for my camera to focus on the plant. There we go. Yeah. And then got the last one, if you can see it, in the very back. It's very dark. But yeah, that's it. There's no focus. Due to its placement, there's no lights on it yet. Those will be in the next video when I calibrate everything before getting the geckos to move in. But yeah. Okay, so I've got my isopods here now. I'm not sure if I'm even on screen, but we're just gonna introduce them. And yeah, so right now I'll probably overlay a clip of when I first got them, which is when I got these air plants, and I sort of just rushed to go ahead and get the isopods in their little container that you'll be watching right now, and then get the air plants in so that I can make sure they get stabilized and set in their new place. And then, my god, door, I will break you. Just slight aggressiveness towards that door. But yeah, now it's just time to move them in. There's our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 isopods in there. And the ground is literally moving. Oh, that's because my knee's on it. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I promise. Except for the fact I still don't know what exactly is on screen. But yeah, so I'm just going to take the camera and move you guys so you can see the isopods. Okay, we already have one little critter who is running off into the distance. If my camera wants to focus on the non-Amazon box. Hi buddy, you don't get to escape. You're going to run right off the edge, aren't you? Nope, that's a hand. Why are you focusing on the dirt? No, camera. Okay, you can still see the isopod. He's running away. He is going to back. I'm just going to nope, that's going to crush him. We're having some fun times here. There he goes, into the back. If my camera would like to focus on the center, this is going to take me a second to move over my focus. But yeah. You have the little buddy there, who I'm just going to nudge off. Go, be free. See your new home. These shadows are very difficult to control. Yeah. That's about it. There's the rest of them. I'm honestly just going to give them time to sit there and just leave on their own. And then come check on the piece when we're back, so that I can put it back with the rest of the isopods, since I now have a colony of them. Okay, so I'm not going to be on screen a lot. But for today's section, or special thing that I'm doing, you guys actually get to see the geckos and their interesting stairlight bin enclosures. Oh, hey, my knife. disregard that. So I'm not going to be on the screen a lot because I don't have a lot of space to work with, and I'll show this probably towards the end of the series when I actually get a chance to go through and put in the new enclosure. But right now it is 10 o'clock. No, that's a lie. It's barely 9 o'clock, 8 something, when I'm working with the geckos, which is what I normally do because they're nocturnal. But today is the first day I'm going to try and pair the geckos together because they did come together, but they weren't truly... They were separated after they got here because, one, there is very little information on crocodile geckos in general, which isn't great. And two, again with that, there's not many experienced workers with these little guys. And if the audio is bad, that's because I'm working in a very small room, which I might throw a video on the screen for. We'll see. Come here. The male's the only one I can actually hold right now. Again, sorry if you can't see me. That's just what happens. Levy. He's being a pain. Like all these. They're all field-caught geckos, which I'll also explain later. But, yeah. They're not friendly to humans. In terms of they won't bite, they just run a lot. Hey, buddy. Yeah, I see you. He went to his side again. Yeah. I also try and not move a lot. All of his food pupated, which I honestly hate because they won't eat pupaes. They only eat, and for the pupaes these are mealworms, but they only eat the living non-pupated worms, which is fun. But this is also the time I take to just like feed them. So I normally give them like a decent amount. I normally give them 8-ish, and they'll just eat them as they go. And then if I could get him out... Yeah, I know. Come here. Okay. Meh? You get a good grip on him because he will jump from my hands from experience. But there's the little guy. There he is. He's an interesting little guy. Refocus, camera. But yeah. The gecko's right there, camera. I swear to God. Okay. Yeah, and then the female I won't be able to get. Because she will not let me handle her. But now I'll just move them in and work with that. Okay, so I already went through and got all the basic stuff I need to get done with Monica here, which is the other gecko. And I'll try and focus in on her, if my camera lets me. There, you can slightly see her paw. She is very shy. See if I can see her. There goes her branch. Oh, nope, there she goes. But yeah, that's going to be the gecko that Levy up there, my male, is being paired with. Okay, so that's about it for this episode. We've come all full circle. There's just one single baby isopod left on this enclosure. And then, again, like the other video, I'll have all the materials down below. Mostly, this video is just going to cover the cost of plants and the cost of the tiny isopods. And then that's going to be about it. And then, besides that, yeah, that's going to be the end for this. Just one thing to note, if you're following along with these videos, one, watch all three, unless you're just watching them as they come out, before doing anything like this. Make sure you know that your animals can be housed together, because this is a male and female, so they should be fine, but I'm also going to increase how often I check on them and make sure they're not harassing each other and there's nothing going wrong there where one can get injured. And then just make sure you've got all the materials and you know what you're doing before you do it. So yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next week.